Hello, hello out there, and just when you thought there would never be another radio-free Decipher, here we are.
Back with a vengeance.
Yeah. I'm Evan Lorenz.
And I'm the other guy, Kyle.
There you go.
Kyle Hoyer.
And
pronounced Hoyer, like lawyer.
Yes, not like doctor, which is a strange long story we'll get to it another day because we have many strange long stories to share today.
So where the heck have we been, Evan?
Yeah, well, it's a long story, and it begins 4 weeks ago.
With Hurricane Isabel.
Yes, so we missed our first broadcast of Radio Free Decipher a month ago because of Hurricane Isabel. The office was closed for 3 or 4 work days. Mm-hmm. Everybody was out. There was no damage here at the office.
Interestingly enough, there would not have been a Radio Free that weekend anyways because I was on vacation.
That's true. You were on vacation, but there was very little damage at the office. There's just like a couple of places where there were minor leaks. That, like the upstairs bathroom kind of looks like Odo can't hold his shape anymore. There's just this part of the wall that's running down.
Awesome.
But no other real damage. There was a lot of power outages around the Virginia Beach, Norfolk area, about 95% of places without power, and that caused a crash of the website for about 2 or 3 days, which some of you will remember.
Yep.
Actually, there was never a loss of power here at the building, as I understand it, but there was some kind of surge that blew out the server.
Right. So none of us had computers.
So as soon as the weather cleared, the IT guys were in here, despite the fact that everybody was still off work. They came in and they got the website back up and running. So kudos to those guys.
That's right.
And so that was the first disaster.
The second one actually started the Sunday after the first broadcast that we missed.
Right.
That Sunday, actually no, it was Saturday. It was
right.
Saturday. It was the very day after we missed the first RFD broadcast. The mother of my daughter borrowed my car. See, now what happened is because of Hurricane Isabel, the power was out everywhere, so gas stations weren't open. She ran out of gas with her car, so she borrows mine and proceeds to run into a Mack dump truck and totals my car.
Now, you can tell by our kind of flippancy about this that she was fine.
Yeah.
The car was not.
The car was totaled. Not only that, but for some reason I have only liability insurance, and so I'm just out of car.
Right.
So I spend that, the next few days of that week
eating up a lot of the work week.
Right. Trying to deal with my car and get towed and get a loan to get a new car and blah blah blah. So I miss a bunch of days that week, which puts me very, very behind.
And we just can't.
And I have to get ready for a Black Rider tour.
So we can't squeeze in another RFD.
Right. So we're just way too busy to squeeze in another RFD.
Okay.
So then the next week,
week 3, Black Rider tour.
Black Rider tour.
And Kyle is out that Friday, and I'm kind of kicking around the idea of doing an RFD on my own. Getting somebody else in here to help out with that. But Mark Tuttle, who is kind of our best guest host, had his baby boy. He and his wife gave birth to a baby boy that very Friday, in fact.
That coupled with the fact that you're dealing with approvals and millions of problems with Beyblade right now.
Well, problems is, not quite the right thing to say, but the approval process, because it's a new product, has been a little long, and we'll come back to all new properties that we work on. The approval process a little long at the beginning because there's packaging and card templates and blah, blah, blah. Incidentally, we'll come back to this interesting Decipher-related stuff later, but we're just telling our fun little story.
This is still Decipher-related because it's why we missed. It's why everybody missed hearing us.
Okay.
Boy, did they miss us.
Yes. Oh, I hope so. I hope that's true. So Sunday.
So we missed RFD that week.
We missed RFD that week.
I'm on the road and Mark can't do it and Evan's real busy.
Right. So that was week 3. Then Sunday, 2 days after missing week 3, there was a fire at our house.
I'm on my Black Rider tour at an event that Sunday, and I get a call from Evan on the phone. Hey, man, I don't want to alarm you, and it really wasn't that bad. And, already the wheels are spinning. And then he goes, there was a fire in the house, and I'm like, oh. Yeah. Okay, first the car, now the house.
Yes. Now, what happened is we have a small closet in the main room where the water heater is, and apparently since we have owned the house, there has never been a safety plate on the bottom of that water heater. And when I was relaying this story to various friends of mine in emails and such, they all went and checked their water heaters. So here is our gift to you. Go check your water heater right now.
See if there's a cover plate over the pilot light.
Yeah, just click pause and go do that right now, and then come back.
Because there was no cover plate on our pilot light, which meant we had an exposed pilot light. So something got in there,
some freak accident,
and it started a fire.
And it lit like a broom and a mop and stuff that was in that storage closet there, and it just went up in a fun little bonfire that miraculously didn't get through the wall, but it put black soot everywhere.
Smoke damages everywhere.
And so our entire house has got a small, fine layer of soot over everything, and the walls were black with smoke. And fortunately, and here's safety tip 2. Own a fire extinguisher if you don't own one, because I was able to get the fire out before it spread through the house.
Come on, tell the real story about the fire extinguisher.
Okay, the real story about the fire extinguisher is that I do own a fire extinguisher. That part is true, but for some reason in my panic, I didn't remember where it was. So point 2B, own a fire extinguisher and know where it is.
Right.
I didn't do that part. And 2C, know how to operate it. I had that part down.
Okay.
So anyway.
Pull the pin.
Point at
we're
all good.
Flame.
Exactly. You were paying attention to those films in school or whatever. So anyway, so I go knocking door to door, like looking for someone who has a fire extinguisher, and our very good neighbors 2 doors down, who probably don't listen to this, but thank you
sure
if
they
you
don't.
do.
Yeah.
They had a fire extinguisher, a small little like aerosol can looking thing, but they had it, and it was enough. I went back into the house and put the fire out. But
so mighty Evan Lawrence, who with one little can of fire extinguisher put out this fire to save the house,
and then 5 fire trucks
show up.
It must have been a slow day.
That's a 5-alarm fire.
Yeah,
I
was very grateful for the enthusiastic response from our firefighting force, and yay to them. But 5 trucks showed up, and I felt vaguely foolish. And
so now here's the thing. This is why RFD was gone last week.
Yes.
Because we were not allowed to take our time in getting all of this stuff repaired, because the fire department put what's called a red tag on the water heater.
Right.
In other words, we have only 7 days to fix it, or they're gonna start assessing penalties.
Yeah, or else something out of the ring is going to happen.
Right.
No.
So we didn't have the luxury of taking care of it on the weekend or when we get home from work. So
besides which, the gas was turned off and the water heater was busted, so we had no hot water, which was extra incentive to get it done anyway.
Sure. So we missed a lot of work that week.
So again, it came to Friday, and even though we were in, we were like, I've got a million things to do.
Too busy.
So here we are.
All this week, the cleaning crew's been at the house, cleaning it all up, doing a very good job today. Evidently, they're going to be replacing a bunch of the drywall.
Yep.
And I've got a new car now, so, things are on the upswing.
So, there you go. We are not the Postal Service, so these kinds of disasters do prevent us from bringing you your regular RFD, but we're back, and we hope you missed us.
All right. Now that the long, sordid details of what has been going on and why we've been missing all of our RFDs, why don't we kind of get to where we're at with things going on here at Decipher.
Well, first of all, because we have been missing RFDs, we've been missing a really good opportunity to discuss the release of .hack Enemy, which did finally come out just 2 days ago on October 15th, and has emerged to already some great success. We are having reports of distributors that are selling out of what they initially ordered, and they're going to be placing reorders with us. It seems to be moving really well at the store level. Of course, they've got that those promotional cards that are associated right here with the opening. Don't forget it's not too late to look for the first tournament.
That's right. That information went up yesterday on DGMA.com.
And it has just been extremely well received.
I've heard several comments from distributors in the range of, wow, this is a big sleeper hit, to I can't believe how I underestimated this, things like that. So, it's even got the distributors talking anxiously about it. I talked to a retailer that I went, I was on my Black Rider tour recently, and I did a big pre-release at this place up in Minnesota for .hack. I was like one of the first unofficial whatever pre-release thingy things, and he emailed me back just the other day, and he was like, holy cow. I have never, like, he's like, anything I can do to repay you for this, short of, he even said, short of helping with the house.
Oh, because he knew at this point.
He knew, right. Because this was, the event that I did with him was the event after I found out about the fire in the house. So he said, anything I can do for you guys, let me know, because you did so much for me with this pre-release for .hack. He had 30 boxes of .hack on pre-order.
Holy cow.
That is so cool.
That is incredible.
Off of one event.
Wow.
There were 27 people that showed up for only 24 spots.
That's great.
Yep. So, good stuff.
What can I say? It is a slick game.
I'm having so much fun playing it, too. Even some people who traditionally don't play card games in the office, like Monica and Tracy and people like that, are starting to really enjoy it. And Monica was like, I need to bring some decks so we can play on the plane to Germany, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be really fun.
Which leads us to a wonderful segue about where you're departing for on Sunday.
This Sunday, so there most likely won't be an RFD next week.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Mark in here to do that. So.
We'll see about that. But the Essen Spiel is happening this next weekend. It'll be going on about a week from today.
It will be going on a week from today because I leave in just 2 more days.
Right.
To cross the big pond.
So aside from this being just the most ginormous game show, it even outdraws.
Yeah. Let's see. I think they said. Now, don't quote me on this, but I think that Gen Con had 55,000. Is that right?
I wonder if that can be right.
Does that seem high?
It seems high to me.
Yeah. Anyways, imagine if it only had 50. If it had 55,000.
Right.
Okay. San Diego Comic-Con. I know the numbers of that.
Okay.
75,000.
Okay.
75,000 plus people. Okay.
Okay.
That's a lot of people. The Spiel, Essen Game Fair, 150,000 people, twice the size of Comic-Con.
Yeah, this show is just enormous and takes multiple airplane hangar-like convention center, and it's just really incredible, something to see.
And we're running 2 major events there. We're running the Premier Series Essen, which is the probably one of the biggest Premier Series around because it's tied in very, very closely with
the World Cup.
The World Cup, which is the only other Level 4 tournament
besides the World Championship.
Besides the World Champ, it is the Team World Championships.
Right. And last year, it was just an incredible event. We had teams from
there were 27
countries.
No, actually. 25 countries.
Yes,
2 of them were
true. 2 of them were wild card teams.
The Sanctuary
important.
Teams. There are two Sanctuary teams again this year, Edoras and Helm's Deep.
There you go.
So, keeping with the theme.
Nice.
But this year it's being run a little bit differently, and, for all of those details, please go to dgma.com. But basically last year it was a 3-day event. You had to qualify for your national team. This year, day 1 is a 8-game Swiss tournament where anybody and their mother can show up and play. And you just get together and form little 3-man teams. Well, all from a country. So, if I were on a team, the other 2 members of my team would also have to be from the United States, that kind of a thing. If you're from Poland, the other 2 people on your team have to be from Poland. Well, anyway, so you register as Germany 1, Germany 2, Germany 3, Germany 4, Germany 5. They're all, so there could be 15 Team Germanys, but only the top placing German team moves on to the next day to represent their country in the 3-day elimination round.
Right. So the potential here is for many, many more teams to compete in the beginning of this event than last year.
I've heard of a couple people saying that they're expecting day 1 of the World Cup to be the largest tournament we've ever done.
Yeah, I suspect it will indeed outdraw the World Championship this year. So
and the record right now for the largest tournament is 197.
Yeah, I think it could be going down.
In one single event. Now, we had more than that. We had about 300 people participate in the various qualifying rounds of the World Championships, but they were spread out amongst a lot of different events. This could be the largest single event.
Right.
So
you looking forward to it?
It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of work. I sort of have a special place in my heart for the World Cup because that is the brainchild of myself and sort of Yuri Host. I was in Europe doing a tour at one point, and we sat down and we were just kind of kicking around some ideas one night sitting in the hotel room, and we sort of came up with that big event. You know, we were looking for a major championship in Europe, and that's sort of what we came up with. And then 3 years later, which was last year, was the first one. So it was a long time from, you know,
conception
to inception.
Very nice.
But you know, it's a great event, and I can't wait. You know, last year all the little kids were coming up, you know, trying to get the autographs of all the Team Germany guys because they were doing so well and they were in the top 3 and you know, all that kind of stuff. So they became like mini celebrities. It was really cool, and I can't wait to see that kind of stuff going on again this year.
Now, do we know if Team Sweden from last year is going to be a
single team
defending its title as a single team?
I don't know. I don't know of any teams that are going to be coming
exactly the same as last year.
Yeah. I know there's going to be several Team Canadas, several Team USAs.
Right.
I can imagine a million Team Germanys.
Right.
It's, you know, it's
they're right there.
Probably several Team France, you know, things like that. So it should be really good and really exciting. I can't wait to see it.
Cool. I wish I were going.
Yep. But 4-day-long tournament.
Yeah, there is a downside.
The other crazy thing about that is that, okay, that's a 4-day-long tournament. Followed immediately by a 2-day-long tournament.
Right.
You know, the Premier Series. Well, actually, the day one of the Premier Series may start on the same day as the final day of the World Cup.
Right.
So,
well, it's still going to be some fun and excitement.
Yes, it will.
All right.
Lots of money for the top placing teams too. That's really cool. Every person on the top team, I think it's $1,500.
As you said, you can go get all that information at ggmay.com.
That's right. As well as, you know, since we're plugging websites here, also be sure and check out .hackenemy.com.
Right.
It's spelled D-O-T, hack enemy.
Yes.
And Beyblade TCG.com. For all that kind of stuff. So let's talk a little bit about Beyblade.
Okay, we'll talk briefly about it. As you mentioned earlier, we have been in the approval process, and as always with the first-time TCG licensor, we have had, you know, some issues back and forth, understanding just the scope of what a TCG is compared to, say, a company that wants to release a licensed backpack or something.
Sure.
There's quite a gap, gulf in the amount of information that really needs to switch back and forth.
Right.
So we've been working hard on that for the last several weeks in order to have a release of the Beyblade TCG in time for the holiday season. And as of now, we are still right on track for that. So
excellent.
This will be a fun thing, kind of with maybe broader mass market type of appeal, and certainly a younger appeal than some of our existing games. But you never know; it might be something you might want to check out.
Should we mention the decals?
Yeah, okay, we'll mention the decals.
Talk about the decals. They're not stickers.
No, well,
they're decals.
Well, what they are is included in every booster pack of the Beyblade trading card game is a special card with decals on it that are designed to fit onto the cards themselves in the manner that, like, racing stripes and other adornments to a car might be put on. They basically are highlights, patterns, colors, and they are designed for specific areas on the template so that you can take your card and customize the way it looks. You can trick it out, so to speak.
That's pretty cool.
Doesn't have an effect on gameplay, but they sure look cool. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. Down in the art department, they have turned out many iterations of these decals that you can attach to your cards, and you can give one special card a custom look, or you can trick out your whole deck, however it suits your personal taste.
Now, here's a good question for you, Mr. Game Designer.
Designer.
Do you think there's any way that we could make those a gameplay element?
I will not
name each different pattern and say, if your card that you just played that you won with has the orange sherbet racing whatever stripes.
You know what? I'm going to say that's a set 9 thing.
Whoa.
As we say in the we have this kind of ongoing joke about really extreme and perhaps difficult to implement ideas, perhaps with a lot of rules associated with them. We always joke that those are set 9. Oh, that's a set 12 thing. Oh, that's a year 9 thing. So That's just our kind of code for saying it's not a bad idea, but it's not something we're in a hurry to do.
Sure.
So you never know.
If you guys do that, will you name one orange sherbet?
Orange sherbet for you?
That's right.
I don't think there's a second R in sherbet.
Sherbet. Sorbet.
Sorbet. Raspberry sorbet.
That's right.
For you.
That's right. Raspberry sorbet.
We'll see about that. But anyway, certainly these are very cool for giving you giving a unique look to your deck, and kind of as a makes it easy to collect all your things at the end if need be.
Yeah. And
but mostly
and for Dan, it's an easy way to mark your cards and cheat.
Faces only, please.
Oh, you can still feel it. Cheaters. There's cheaters out there. I know it. Anyway,
terrible.
We don't condone that in the least.
No, we do not.
I'll personally give a talking down to anyone that does that.
Ouch. So that's a menace.
Hey, you don't want a talking down.
Not from Kyle.
Whoa.
So
all right, this episode's quickly degenerating.
Yes.
You can see we're already running out of things to talk about. So,
we're still a little bit shell-shocked from fire and car and hurricane and such. And so I will wish you a good show at Essen, and hopefully a lot of you out there will get out there to see him.
That's right. And so, come find me. It should be good.
Enjoy Hack Enemy. Enjoy World Cup.
Enjoy your weekend.